The Architecture of Self-Discipline. A Key Factor for the Entrepreneur's Success. Written by Daniel Eramesele. There is a quiet hour before dawn when the world still sleeps and your desk waits in silence. This is where empires are built, not in the noise of markets, but in the discipline of showing up when no one is watching. The first key, the sovereignty of morning. The entrepreneur who masters the morning masters the day, not because the world demands it at 5 a.m., but because you make a promise to yourself before the world makes any demands on you. When you rise with intention, you are not reacting to the world, you are authoring it. The inbox can wait, the news can wait, your first hour belongs to the work that compounds invisibly, the deep thinking, the uncomfortable planning, the skill you are building that no one has asked for yet. This is not productivity theater, it is the quiet accumulation of advantage. The second key, the economy of attention. Your attention is the scarcest resource you will ever manage, and the market for it is ruthless. Every notification is a bid. Every scroll is a withdrawal. Self-discipline is not the denial of pleasure, it is the radical protection of your cognitive estate. The disciplined entrepreneur treats distraction like a bad investment, declining the small, immediate return for the massive, deferred yield of sustained focus. Build walls around your attention. Guard it as you would guard your capital, because in the end, it is the same thing. The third key, the ritual of discomfort. Growth lives in the gap between what you want to do and what you need to do. The entrepreneur must learn to love the task that resists them, the difficult conversation, the tedious documentation, the product iteration that feels like starting over. Discipline is the bridge across this gap. It is not motivation. Motivation is a fair weather friend. Discipline is the contract you sign with your future self, honored on the days when inspiration has deserted you. Do the hard thing first. Let the easy things be your reward, not your refuge. The fourth key, the long arc of compounding. The world celebrates the overnight success because it makes a good story. The disciplined entrepreneur knows better. They understand that greatness is the sum of small, correct decisions made when the outcome is still invisible. One day of excellence means nothing. 100 days of adequacy changes everything. The compound interest of self-discipline is not exciting to watch, but it is unstoppable once it begins. Trust the arc. The results will arrive on their own schedule, and they will look like luck to everyone else. The fifth key, the discipline of rest. Here is the paradox that breaks the amateur. Rest is not the opposite of discipline, it is its essential component. The entrepreneur who burns the candle at both ends is not disciplined, they are reckless. True discipline includes the hard stop, the protected evening, the Sabbath of the mind. Your best ideas will come not in the frenzy of work, but in the silence that follows it. Schedule your recovery with the same rigor you schedule your meetings. A dull blade cuts nothing. Sharpen yourself. The sixth key, the integrity of small things. How you do one thing is how you do everything. The entrepreneur who is sloppy with their calendar will be sloppy with their contracts. The one who breaks promises to themselves will break them to others. Self-discipline begins in the microscopic. The email answered promptly, the commitment kept, the standard maintained when no client will ever see it. These are not trivialities, they are the DNA of your enterprise. Excellence is not an act but a habit, and habits are built in the quiet, invisible moments. The seventh key, the courage to say no. The most disciplined word in the entrepreneur's vocabulary is the smallest, no. No to the client who does not fit your vision. No to the opportunity that dilutes your focus. No to the shortcut that compromises your values. Every yes is a mortgage on your time and attention. Sign them carefully. The undisciplined entrepreneur says yes to everything and achieves nothing. The disciplined one protects the integrity of their mission, understanding that boundaries are not walls, they are the frame that makes the painting possible. The eighth key, the mirror of accountability. At the end of each day, the entrepreneur must sit alone with the question, did I do what I said I would do? Not what the world demanded. Not what felt good. What I promised myself. This is the mirror that does not lie. Build the habit of honest accounting. Celebrate the days you kept your word. Examine the days you did not without cruelty, but without excuse. The relationship you have with yourself is the foundation of every other relationship in your business. Make it a relationship of trust. The quiet victory. There will come a day when your discipline is tested by catastrophe, when the market turns, when the partnership dissolves, when the product fails. On that day, you will not be saved by your talent or your network. You will be saved by the person you became in all the ordinary days that came before. The early mornings, the protected focus, the hard conversations, the kept promises. Self-discipline is not a strategy for success. It is the architecture of the person who can bear success when it arrives, and survive its absence when it does not. It is the quiet, daily construction of a self that is equal to the ambition it carries. The world will not see most of what you do. The discipline is for you alone. And that, in the end, is why it matters most. Build well. The work is the reward. Thank you for listening, and we appreciate your time with us, and we look forward to seeing you again. Until then, stay blessed and listen to our other materials as well.